Well, hello. This is Bishop Udell bringing you illustrated high points from this week's lesson. This was written by David A. Hamburg of Union Gospel Press. He looks first at peace be with you, the words of Jesus in Luke 24:36. Quote, have a good day, unquote, is a sincere wish, but nobody can make it happen. A good day is every day lived doing the will of God. Jesus greeted his disciples with the typical quote, peace be unto you, unquote. He had just risen victorious over sin and death with the power to confer eternal peace, making it a truly good day for believers. In Luke 24:37, James uh, David A. Hamburg says this about being terrified and affrighted. The disciples knew nothing about roller coasters, but their emotions took a monster ride that first Easter Sunday. First, they were devastated by the death of Jesus. There was possibly a glimmer of hope when they heard from the women about the empty tomb. There was confusion when Peter and John checked the tomb, and then sheer terror when Jesus suddenly appeared where the apostles and others had gathered in Jerusalem. Then he spoke, inviting them to touch him. They did not fully understand. It was all so wonderful, but finally they believed, and the emotional roller coaster of a day ended with their joyful worship. David A. Hamburg says there's something about the promise of my Father in verse 49 of Luke 24. It has been written, quote, a man apt to promise is apt to forget, unquote. We can attest to the truth of this statement by observance and experience. We regret the many times we fully intended to do something, but realized later that it had slipped from our minds. Quote, God is not a man that he should lie, unquote. Numbers 23:19. So when he makes a promise, it is certain that he will fulfill it. The Holy Spirit's coming, promised in Joel chapter 2, verse 28 through 31, confirmed by Jesus in John chapter 14, verses 16 and 26, did indeed happen in Acts chapter 2. Thank you, David Hamburg, for sharing that with us. And we'll be back again in the future for more illustrated points. In the meantime, you study to show yourself approved unto Yahweh God, a workman that need not be ashamed, but rightly dividing the word of his truth. So until we have a time to share with you again, you study.